So today I'm going to show you guys how to harvest seeds from your basil plants. So I have two different kinds of basil, Thai basil, and then I believe this one is sweet basil. Honestly, I'm not quite sure because it just said basil on it, and when I got it, it was a tiny little thing that was not looking very great at the store. It was like $1, so I grabbed it, and now it's flourishing. It is. I've actually cut it back a few times, but I believe that is sweet basil. It has flowered for me once, but my Thai basil has flowered for me quite a bit. In fact, seems to be what it loves to do right now. So today I'm going to show you guys how to get the seeds from it so you can make more Thai basil plants. I actually think these flowers are beautiful. They're very pretty, and if you have a really big plant like that with them, you can cut them and put them in arrangements and whatnot, and then harvest the seeds later. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to cut off this one here in the back. I'm trying not to touch the cement. It is very, very hot. So I'm going to just go ahead and snip this guy real quick. I'll grab him in a second. I'll grab this one too. Any of the leaves that I don't use for cooking or whatever, I actually feed to my rabbits. They love basil. So we're going to take these two and we're going to go open them up and see how to get the seeds out. Alright guys, sorry, just making some adjustments here. I have, sorry, get this ant. Got everything set up to show you guys what we need to do. My daughter and I cut up an old magazine to make these little seed bags. Just use some washi tape, scotch tape, whatever, glue. If you have glue sticks, that's great too. Made these little packets out of some magazines that we had duplicates of actually, and then you write on the front of it what it is. Tape, put however many seeds you want in it. You can even write how many seeds are in it. Because I end up with so many Thai basil seeds, I put about 20 in each package because I've had such a huge harvest. As you can see, I have a bunch of packets here, plus I've already given like 20 packets out with 20 seeds each in them, and I still have more coming. So normally each flower gives you 4 seeds, but what I'm going to do first is go ahead and pluck off the basil leaves, set them aside for my rabbits, and feed those to them with for a little snack in a little bit when I'm done filming this. And it's pretty cool. So the basil seeds actually have a carrier or a way for them to stick when they fall on their own, and it's like a little mucus membrane. So if you notice on your basil plant, a couple little dark looking things with a white mucus looking membrane around them, that's actually basil seeds that have fallen and are attaching to other leaves to be hopefully carried off or eaten by a bird to be taken to a new area to grow more basil. So it's kind of cool how nature just naturally makes its own way to be spread throughout the world. But we aren't going to do it that way, and I can actually see seeds are starting to fall out, so I might have been late on harvesting this, but I had a lot of other stuff going on. So I'm just gonna pop these off, and one way to do it is just run your hand along it and you end up with all of them like that, and you can actually see some of the seeds are falling out. If you want to do it in a less messy way, you can pick off each flower and go through them individually. I find that to be, I mean, it's a tedious job no matter what, but I find that to be even more tedious. So I just kind of do it all at once and let them, I'm just checking these last ones on here, and let them all kind of fall together. So everything left on here has 0 seeds in it from what I can see. Yeah, these are all empty, so I'm just going to set that aside. So these, you see these little dark specks? That is the bottom of a seed right there, and you can tell the difference between a seed and the bottom of a seed is that if you flip it over, it'll actually have a little point in the center. I'm sorry, I can't zoom in right now, just using my cell phone to record this. So we don't need that. So away it goes. This, however, is a seed. So seeds are usually brown, sometimes black, depending on how long you've left them on there. So I just pop them in my little dish and keep finding more. If I don't like the look of the seed, I'll toss it. If it looks like maybe a bug got to it or it just wasn't as healthy, I'll toss it. Because like I said, I got quite a lot of them. So, but here's a blossom. And if you look closely, you can see this little closed pouch. That's where your seeds are going to be. So you'll open this up. Unfortunately, this one's empty. And then your seeds will be right in here on this little bottom. Probably wasn't smart to do this outside. There's a breeze picking up, but I figured the lighting would be way better out here. And you guys could hopefully see, and my dog's coming through, so sorry if it gets noisy. I'm also not very far from the main road, so you'll hear some music bumping and cars going by. But one thing I did notice here on the table from the ones that did fall out is a couple of them have their little membrane around them still. So you'll see there's a little bit of white still around the seed. Now that will get wet and help it stick to a leaf, plants, an animal. Birds can eat them, but that little membrane around it helps it to carry on to its new place naturally in the world. So we're just going to drop that seed right in and go through here and see if we can find some of the others. Now I will speed this up when for playback, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me go super slow. This one is still live, so we'll see if the seeds are ready. I don't think they are. I can kind of see in there, and they are still white. But to show you guys, so you can see what they look like before they are ready, this is what the seeds look like in their pouch before they're ready to be harvested. So you don't want the white seeds. You want them to be brown or black. So in fact, we can do an experiment and plant these and see if anything comes of them, but I've always had brown or black basil seeds, so I'm pretty sure these ones just aren't quite ready. But we'll hold on to that and make a separate video and see what happens with that. Pretty sure all these green ones are going to be the same way. You want to kind of catch them before they turn, like you want to catch them when they're turning dark and starting to dry out, but aren't completely dried out. And that's when the seeds are ready. Because if you wait too long, see how these ones are all dried, and then the seeds have fallen out on their own and already been given to the wind. But we'll check this other one too and see what's in it. But either way, you'll still be able to see where to get the seeds from. This one is empty as well, but you can see there's a little spiky in there, then that gets 4 seeds around it and holds it in place. Come on guys, give me one at least with seeds. I'm just going to toss all these others that we don't need. Get the riffraff out, the ones that I have already taken to the wind. we don't need any more. So far we do have 3 seeds. I waited a little too long to do this video. I meant to do it a few days ago, and so now this is all dried out. Now I do have other flowers on there, and I actually have some dried ones in the house that I can always grab to show you guys. So this one here still has a seed on it, so we'll just grab that, pop that right in there. Here we go. So this one still has its seeds. I dropped it. So I'm just going to peel these back. It still has a couple of them. A lot of times you can just literally shake them out and just kind of push from the bottom. Especially if you have nails, you can separate them from that little, and it had exactly 4 seeds. But if you push from the bottom up, you can just kind of pop the seeds out. It makes it really nice and easy. And that's how you harvest your basil seeds. And then I just package them up, plant them, whatever I want to do, and I've had quite a few successful plants that I've passed on from my seeds, so it's pretty cool. The ones some that have fallen by the tree, I've actually repotted, you know, dug them up and potted them to give away or whatnot. So yeah, that is it. That's how you harvest your basil seeds. And we're just gonna get rid of the rest of this. Here's another not ready one. They're really cute. They look like little cushions when they're in their white form still, not ready to be done. So that's all I got out of that one branch. See, this one was just starting to turn, and it looks like something got to it. Probably one of the lizards in my yard, or a gecko. We have quite a few of those here in Hawaii. So I have a couple of different types of gecko that live in my yard. Oh, nope, that's a bad seed. So I'm just gonna swipe those off since I'm outside. I can do that. Let's see what's in this plant. Nope, not ready, not ready. I love these little blossoms that they get. They're just so pretty, and they look so beautiful in bouquets on your table. So let's see. All right, do any of these brown ones still have seeds? Oh, you can see here more seeds have attached themselves to the others. On the outside that has a seed attached to it. There's one attached here on the outside of the flower. There's a couple here, but these ones have been eaten by something. Let's see if I can get anything out of these. These might be all dry. I'm just going to try and rub them a little, see if any pop out. I'll just do the whole thing. And I am nearsighted and blind as a bat, so I have to get super close to see. You won't, hopefully. So yeah, these ones are all not ready, and I actually had some pests attacking my plants, so I need to take care of that with some soap and water and go spray my plant down. And it'll probably come back a lot healthier. It's that time of year. Gotta cut back some of the bad nature, keep the good nature. Got a couple of seeds out of it. Ah, where'd you go? It fell. There it is. So I got one seed. They literally look like they're just little pieces of something that you wouldn't think were seeds, but they are. Sometimes they still have part of the plant attached to them, like this one does. You know, when you're harvesting it yourself, it's not as pretty as what comes in a package usually, because these are naturally done. Not machine done, not made to look pretty, just the way God made them. So, you know, it's the real deal. Plus y'all saw me cut them. See, this one still has some seeds in it, but again, looks like something got to it, so I'm not going to chance those. I don't want to. There's another seed. Nothing in that. Nothing in that. All right, let's see how many seeds we harvested just from those two little blossoms. Or just those few, because I didn't get the ones from up top there. I'll just feed those to my rabbits, the flowers. They'll love that little treat. So we ended up with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? 6, nope, 12 seeds. So what I'll do is I'll just take one of these guys.